Interledger payments plus digital assets could be that internet of value, that way to move value all around the world.
Now we're in a bit of an awkward position because Congress has expressed a clear interest in stepping into this space and has suggested that maybe the SEC will not be the primary regulator for much of this stuff. And so
the amount of coordination it takes to coordinate the EP, the EC, like all the member states to get that across the line. And here we are in the United States. It's like, what's going on?
Because no organization or individual has any legal right or ability to control it.
Let's talk about the top stories. The SEC is pushing back its decision on BlackRock's proposed spot Ethereum ETF.
And so if we can work together, Algorand just mentioned that they're going to work on this, we're going to work on this, and we're going to make sure we start to talk about whether we can collaborate as well. So it's good. Oh, wow. Possibly.
You know, as you mentioned, this had been identified as a risk previously, but why was this something that caused so much hand-wringing amongst the Ethereum community?
A new global, free, irreversible payment system that's open to everybody, rather than the other way around. But on the utility part, that's where we think we could add a lot.
When you stream micropayments, when you make payments by micropayments, you can stream that payment through multiple forwarders, and those individual forwarders can stream that payment through multiple forwarders, and you can take advantage of that best path. And if the path is really good, you can stream money faster.
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army.
If you got some bags, welcome to the party. Welcome back to some more Moon o'clock news. No breakfast, no coffee, just straight extra bullishness. Shout out to the latest sub. We got Jason Bryan in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, smashing them likey, stuffing some baggies. Go ahead, throw on those moon suits, throw on those pilot shades, buckle up, cause the future's extra bullish. Let's go full speed, full throttle. Cryptoverse. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 1.7 trillion, up about almost 5% in the past 24 hours. We got the total trading volume in the last day at around 92.1 billion. And we got XRP in the number 6 spot right around 53 cents. Stellar XLM right around 11.5 cents. BTC 42K ETH right around 22 hundo. Sol right around 92 bucks. We got Flare Networks in the number 99 spot right around 2 cents. XDC right around 0.44. We got Songbird 008, and we got Sahal right around 12 cents. We got one from Ripple to kick things off. Ripple works with financial institutions, regulators, and central banks around the world to develop regulatory frameworks for crypto and blockchain, distributed ledger technologies. Read more about the approach to key blockchain public policy issues that impact cryptocurrencies and global economy. All roads lead to the bridge. We got another one from Ripple. Explore the future of digital asset trading for financial institutions in the next medical talks with David, CEO of Rule Match. Register now. Tune in live February 6th. Medical talks. Ripple. XRP. We got one from Chad Steinberger. Day 190. Hester Pierce states that Congress is now stepping in and is telling them that the SEC will not be the primary regulator for most crypto. Price, law, utility.
now we're in a bit of an awkward position because Congress has expressed a clear interest in stepping into this space and has suggested that maybe the SEC will not be the primary regulator for much of this stuff. And so it's a little bit harder to do now. But I think whatever we do or Congress does, the point should be, let's bear in mind what the objective is, which is to make sure there's enough information out there for people to make decisions about what they want to do, but also to preserve the ability of people to innovate and think about how to do things in new ways, not to try to force everything that's happening in the crypto world into the traditional finance mold, which is not necessarily the best mold for all of these things. So I hope that we'll turn over a new leaf in this area and take a fresh start.
We got Riz XRP, Jeremy Allure, conversation with Sheila Warren on policy for digital assets. Embarrassing a sure thing, US, XRP, USDC.
It's kind of embarrassing that the United States is not able to do something here when it purports to be to try and drive things forward here. And we've been actively obviously talking about stablecoin legislation, right. Given USDC, but the fact that all of these other governments in the world are setting the laws for how dollars work on the internet.
Yep.
Is kind of insane.
And that's what's happening.
That's
I think that's exactly what's happening.
And we're facing the ground truth of that negotiating with governments around the world. Yeah, but it would be really helpful if the agencies and the the apparatus that's responsible for the way the dollar works in the world could get on board.
And I want to say that in a different way, because I think it is, people kind of see it and they're like, oh, yeah. But really think about this, right? So you had Switzerland and Japan first to the table. Now, Japan, admittedly, that was after Mt. Gox, which was this big sort of tragic moment of theft, whatnot. So they felt the need to respond to that. But they put into place some sort of baselines. Switzerland, very early baselines. To be fair, FinCEN in the United States, to the point you made earlier, 2013, they were the first out the gate, right? So we were right there with the early adopters as well.
I founded Circle because of the FinCEN. I was like, I can actually do this. Like, it wasn't clear. I was thinking about it, but then it's like, okay, there's a way to do this legally.
Gave you room to maneuver, right? And then, so in the meantime, you've had the EU, 27 member states. I mean, we cannot overstate how complicated it is.
600 pages of legislative text.
That's the thing. They didn't even do a little thing. They did a massive thing. Look, views on that. It's very complicated. Not all of it is. It's far from perfect. Nevertheless, the amount of coordination it takes to coordinate the EP, the EC, like all the member states, to get that across the line. And here we are in the United States. It's like, what's going on, folks? It is, to your point, it really is totally embarrassing. It is, I think it's shocking, actually. I find it quite shocking that there's this kind of almost abdication of responsibility to the global financial community in a way. Maybe that sounds arrogant as an American to say, but I do think there's responsibility being the purveyors of the dollar, which does remain the single strongest connecting force in the global economy, to not have put forth some baseline guidance and promulgated some rules about what that ought to look like in a stablecoin. It's wild, right?
We got one from XRP Crow. The XRP ledger is decentralized because no organization or individual has any legal right or ability to control it. David Schwartz, master coder.
The XRP ledger is decentralized because no organization or individual has any legal right or ability to control it. Every participant enforces every single rule, and the system is governed by all of its participants.
Meanwhile, SEC pushes back BlackRock spot Ether ETF decision. The first of several delays, and the SEC can employ before the regulator must announce a final decision for this ETF.
Let's talk about the top stories. The SEC is pushing back its decision on BlackRock's proposed spot Ethereum ETF. The reason for the delay? Well, in this filing from yesterday, the agency said it needs more time to review the proposed rule change. Now, this marks the first of several delays the SEC can employ before the regulator must announce a final decision for this ETF. That has to happen within a 240-day period from when the SEC opens comments on the applications. Late last year, BlackRock filed an application with the SEC to convert its Ethereum trust into an ETF. Now, a final decision on all pending spot Ether ETFs, including BlackRock's, could come in May, as that's the earliest final deadline out of all the applicants. That would be similar to the SEC's decision on all the spot Bitcoin ETF applications, which were approved all at once on January 10th. Now, BlackRock, Invesco, ARK, and VanEck are among the firms in line for approval for a spot Ether ETF, as well as Grayscale, which is seeking to convert its existing Ethereum trust into an ETF.
We got one from Lehman Baird. When we as an industry work together, we can help keep users safe, build trust, and reach our potential to help the world. WEF 24. Big Brad Garland House.
It's another place where tribalism is not helpful to us. Right. And so if we can work together, Algorand just mentioned that they're going to work on this, we're going to work on this, and we're going to make sure we start to talk about whether we can collaborate as well. So it's good.
Oh, wow.
Possibly. And we're going to talk about how we can collaborate with the things you were talking about for scam identification and dealing with it. I think that we can work together in a lot of ways as an industry.
Hedera, XRP, Ripple. We got XRP drops the Black Swan event that could cause a fork in Ethereum. Again, Unchained. These networks aren't secured.
A potential single point of failure risk to Ethereum was identified when on Sunday, Ethereum core developer Lucas Rosmej tweeted that minority client Nethermind had a consensus issue. What does all that mean?
So this is an interesting problem that popped up that actually has been identified for quite a long time and has been warned against by many core developers. So a consensus issue is when a client in Ethereum, for some reason, just doesn't properly identify, like create something wrong in a block, in a wrong state. And then all of the rest of the clients do not agree with it. And in our case, in Nethermind, because they're the minority, they just drop out of the network for a bit. And the developers of Nethermind reacted immediately. I think it was a Sunday, right?
Yeah.
So, the worst time for something to happen. And it was evening in Europe. And I think Nethermind is mostly in Poland, or probably, I know at least the founders are in Poland. So it was a very bad time for the thing to happen. Yet they reacted fast and they released a fix and everything was okay.
Yeah, and just to clarify for people, I should have said at the beginning that I was talking about a software client. So this is the software that's trying to, make sure that Ethereum, that all the nodes or all the computers running the software are in sync with each other, which is, of course, how the blockchain, comes to consensus and is able to execute all these different transactions. So, as you mentioned, this had been identified as a risk previously, but why was this something that caused so much hand-wringing amongst the Ethereum community?
Don't fall for the media trickery. Ethereum and Bitcoin are not secure. Load up on the standard, faster, cheaper, send value anywhere around the world instantly, 365, 24/7. XRP money never sleeps. Meanwhile, BTC, don't fall for the smokescreen. TXMC traders, Central Fitzgerald runs Bitcoin mining research now. Wild. And they find that only 2 public miners would be profitable with Bitcoin below 44K after the next halving. All others will be squeezed out. All other miners squeezed out. And as BTC becomes more centralized, XRP more decentralized. Over time, know what you hold. We got NFA Crypto. Here's Chris Larson, May 22nd, 2013, laying out his early vision for XRP, then called OpenCoin, a math-based global free reversible payment system, interoperability, the bridge asset, the immutable XRP.
We're excited about it. We think this we call it the math-based currency movement. We think it could be the biggest game changer in finance since the internet was created. We kind of view the currency as supporting a new global free irreversible payment system that's open to everybody, rather than the other way around. But on the utility part, that's where we think we could add a lot. Because utility really comes to having a payment system that everybody can use. So for example, the payment system needs to be multi-currency. So the structure that we've built to solve the double spend problem, which all math-based currencies have to solve, it's basically a global ledger. Everybody shares the ledger. And then there's a process of consensus, which is what solves the double spend problem. That structure allows us to have any currency in our payment system, including Bitcoin, dollars, euro, yen, rubles, anything. So we are right in that moment. And now where does it go from here? And the potential is just incredible right now.
First, we had the Internet of Information. Now, welcome to the second coming, the Internet of Value, running on the global ledger, the XRP ledger, OWL, the One World Ledger. We got XRP, the Holy Grail, our digital assets, NFA, do your own research.
Here's the last part. I don't throw all the numbers at you, just so you get the picture for everyone at home. If you put $1 million 35 years ago in the stock market, S&P, at 9.2%, that's worth $26 million today if you never did a thing with it. If you put it in the same private equity at 14.2, it's $139 million for the same time and the same amount of money.
We got high vibe assets, XRP holders. Listen to Joe Katz talk about the power of micropayments. Micropayments is in every payment, which is why XRP is measured. It drops. After the drop comes the next ripple. We're just getting started.
The same is true of ILP. We can innovate both below it and above it. But the main point that I want to make is that ILP is a micropayment technology. Over 1 billion ILP payments in 2018. And there's a reason that's important. You can do everything with a micropayment. Micropayments are kind of like packets. If you think about the way the internet works, it sends a packet to its destination with the best effort. ILP does the same thing. The smarts are at the endpoints, and the same thing is true with ILP. So if I want to send somebody $100, I can just sort of start streaming money at them. And when it gets to $100, I can stop. And that is better for a number of reasons. If you're going to make a payment in one shot, you need to get a quote. But do you get a free quote or do you pay for the quote? If you get a free quote, it's going to be a terrible quote because you've got a free option. If you're going to pay for the quote, how many quotes do you pay for? Do you just pay for one and then take it? Do you pay for 5 quotes and only take one of them? When you stream micropayments, when you make payments by micropayments, you can stream that payment through multiple forwarders, and those individual forwarders can stream that payment through multiple forwarders, and you can take advantage of that best path. And if the path is really good, you can stream money faster. And if the path is really bad, you can stream money more slowly. And the net effect is that you can manage a payment as a series of micropayments. And I know that sounds kind of crazy to you guys today, but if we lived in the circuit switch days of telecom, packet switch, like sending a telephone call over packet switching would sound just as crazy, but it's just as innovative. If we can develop micropayments that are as cheap as a DNS request, micropayments can take over the world. We can put all of the world's payments on a modern payment platform that interoperates between both blockchain and non-blockchain value. Interledger payments plus digital assets could be that internet of value, that way to move value all around the world. Thank you.
XRP, built for payments, built for utility, built to scale, built for the internet of value, built to move all the money. We got one from Vet getting closer to the AMM countdown. Now 23 yes votes for the XRP ledger. Automated market maker getting us to 66% yes. Only 6 more yes votes needed. Call for devs prepare for AMM activation. Wanted to give a quick shout out to Apex Crypto. Make sure to give him a follow and check out the X Space they held back on January 20th. He has the official Blockchain Builders Report now live. Links will be down below. We got the Blockchain Builders Report, active blockchain developers, Q4 2023. And in summary, the Blockchain Builders Report quantifies the number of active developers who are committing code to active projects with a particular blockchain for a given period. I'll leave the links down below. Make sure to give Apex a follow. Blockchain Builders Report. We got the top 5 here: ETH, Polkadot, Near Protocol, Binance Smart Chain, Cosmos. ETH with the most active developers at 700. And we got the top 10: Filecoin, Sol, Internet Protocol, Osmosis, Celestia. We got the top 20 here with Stellar tied for 12th. And we got XRP here in the 21 through 54 sitting at number 37. We got one from Expector here, February 1st, NFT snapshot land picking. By holding more Expector NFTs, you accelerate the moment of land picking. Got sentiment feed. The amount of Bitcoin wallets have been declining after swiftest race since October, just before the major crypto bull cycle started. The crowd is showing a similar level of impatience this time around, with over 487K wallets holding 1 BTC. We got Xrp Crypto XRP color code to 140 update. The current market situation reflects the typical retracement with no significant deviations. Individuals experiencing frustration with the XRP price movement often fall into the trap of imposing their personal timeframes onto the XRP price action. It is indeed a mental game demanding robust, sharp, and resilient mental skills to navigate the dynamic and the unpredictable nature of these markets. Anticipating the initial milestone of $1.40, paving the way for a swift progression to $5, new all-time highs, to infinity and beyond. And we got Dark Defender XRP in the daily time frame between 5286 and 4623, and just the oversold area on the daily RSI indicator. Previously, these levels are at the bottom for a reversal, which are highlighted in green. We've discussed the 3-day rule, and today is the 3rd day, so it's time for the retest of the Fibonacci level at 52 cents today and tomorrow. If we can't break the 4623, should be considered. Let's expect XRP to break this level in the daily. We will check the weekly and the monthly time frames over the weekend. Thank you, Dark Defender. And last but not least, we got Pharaoh X33. Buying XRP today is buying future wealth. Buying XRP today will be beneficial for your future health. Buying XRP today is buying your future income. Buying XRP is like buying digital gold. Buying XRP is buying the future. Take advantage of a generational opportunity while it's still here. Many will continue to become discouraged along the journey, but like I always say, many will make it to the other side. Those who persevered will flourish. Grateful to have you all on this journey with me, and meanwhile, while they're crying, the 1% diamond hands continue buying. With that being said, Batman and Bag Ladies, imagine holding XRP since 2017. We're officially psychopaths, but where will you be? Where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Later, glitches. I am the XRP Bagman, the Moon Commander, currently up here on the mothership, stuffing some baggies and enjoying the show. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likeys for some more Moon O'Clock news. Hope y'all continue to stay extra bullish. Continue holding those good vibes. Remember to sell the FUD, buy up those baggies, and don't forget to spread that liquid love. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to drop a subscribe, drop a comment down below. All the OG diamond hands out there, drop a comment down below, drop an elbow on that like button from the top ropes. We'll catch you up here, top floor, for the moon party on the mothership. BYOB. Bring your own bags, be your own bank. Peace out, crypto ghost. Later, glitches.
BTC, Maxi, NC, it cannot scale. Moon fam dancing, that rocket got stealth. Shit coin, put it on the shelf. We headed towards the wealth. BTC, Maxi, Patsy, Moon fam clapping, they could not tell. Sheep trying to sell when it didn't turn out well. Blink of an eye, red candle, it all fell. Bitcoin was a demo, you ain't get the memo. Net memos, SEC settle, we blasting off the ghetto. Big bags on me, middle finger to the devils. Rocket fly itself, no keys, no pedals to the top, I need a man.